clarinets, in today's lesson, lesson page 30, the outer limits, we're going to play some high notes. We're going to play our high C sharp and our high D. So let's start by reviewing those fingerings. If you notice at the top of the page, page 30, there's a yellow box with two notes in it, high D and high C sharp or high D flat. Here's a fingering guide for those notes. The high D, we're going to need our thumb and register key. We'll need our second and third finger, our first finger on our other hand, and then we'll need this E flat key for tone and balance. Switching from that note to our C sharp or D flat, we're going to add our second finger on our right hand, and so we'll have our thumb and register key, two fingers here, second and third, and two fingers here, first and second. That gives us our C sharp or D flat fingering. So follow those icons or those graphics at the top of that page, and they'll give you the fingerings that you need. For number 107, the outer limits. Let's try it. I've got my metronome set at moderato, 86 beats per minute, and I'm ready to start with my note C. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready, begin. In the first ending, they use the C sharp, but in the second ending, they call that D flat. Remember that those enharmonics are the same, and you'll use the same fingering for that. Now, we'll move on to our next exercise, which is number 108. It's marked allegretto. I hope I can play it allegretto. And it's called Now is the Month of Maying Duet by Thomas Morley. It's in the key of concert F or the G major, which means we're going to need our F sharp where necessary. But also it's got that high C sharp and D fingering. So let's give it a try at allegretto, 98 beats per minute. If it's too fast, you'll know it, I'll know it, and we'll stop and slow it down. Here's part A. We'll play through this one time. We will not do the repeat. You can do the repeat on your own or with a friend if you play it as a duet. Cut time. 1 and 2 and ready and go. I did it. I hope you did too. If not, go back, rewind, and practice it again. Practice at a slower speed. In fact, let's play it at a slower speed. Let's do it at 80. Still cut time. Ready? 1 and 2, ready and go. Now let's try part B. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Try rewinding back and playing part A with me when I played part B. From there, we're going to move on to Giuseppe Verdi, Mean Joe Green, and Le Don Immobile. This piece is in 3/4 time, and it requires us to play our B flats. There is a repeat, and we'll repeat the first line, so make sure you play that line 2 times. Moderato is our tempo, so here we go, 86 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. How'd you do? I hope you did well. Now we'll move on to The Soldier's Chorus from Faust. This is by Charles Gounod. It's in 6/8 time. Let's refresh your memory, or let's review what 6/8 time means. The 8 on the bottom tells us that whole notes get 8 beats, half notes get 4 beats, quarter notes get 2, and the eighth note will receive 1. Therefore, a dotted quarter note would get 3, and a dotted half note would get 6, respectively. Now, the 6 on the top tells us our meters or our measures are grouped in beats of 6, or packages of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to keep that moderato beat going. And I am going to change my metronome to 6/8 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to count it and try to play it at that speed. It's 86 beats per minute. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. Remember that high D fingering is our thumb and our register key in the back, second and third finger, first finger, and the E flat key with our pinky for balance and tone. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ready, go. Great. You may need to slow it down, and that's okay. Pick a tempo, 70, 60, but make sure you have your 6/8 engaged on your metronome, or you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, those dotted half notes get 6, dotted quarter notes get 3. Finally, our last exercise of the page, and also it's the last exercise of technique in this book. It's Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker, or the March from the Nutcracker. Let's give it a try. I'll switch my metronome back to 4/4 time because we're in common time. And I'll put my metronome at allegro, which is 110. I'll turn off that accent. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. This one can get tricky. I found that it gets kind of tricky around the first and second ending, and you really have to be on it to make sure that you're not making any errors. Remember those B flats. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. 1, 2, play along. 1, 2, here we go. Some small little hiccups there. I could use a time and go back and practice that a few times on my own, and I bet I can make an improvement, and so will you. So pick a tempo that's right for you. It might not be allegro at 110. Maybe it's 100 or 90 or even 80, and then gradually increase the speed until you can play it correctly up to what the dynamic or the tempo recommends. As with anything in these books, you want to try to achieve the goal of the tempo, and that is really a barometer or a bench line or a finishing line of when you know you've won the race. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you'll review your fingerings for high D and high C sharp, and you'll use them and practice them. And until I see you again soon, keep practicing.